Greetings, dear Gemini. Welcome to Teepus Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a peek at your intuitive general tarot reading for Aries season of 2024, which starts on March 20th, which is coincidentally the spring equinox, which is also the astrological new year. So a great big happy zodiac or astrological new year that we find ourselves in a new cycle. This is a particularly very powerful cycle. We have two of our major planets that have entered into that critical 0 degrees of Aries, and that's the planet of our illusions, our dreams, Neptune, and then the planet of our discipline, our commitments, our dedication, which is the planet of time, and Saturn. So both of these are in the 0 degrees of Aries, which gives both of those planetary energies a very powerful cardinal, however explosive energy that we're really able to see how the world has combusted since the beginning of 2026. So that we're just keeping in mind that this is if we're looking at that eclipse energy that we just experienced in February, and now we're coming into this new year. So just follow the line and be patient with all of this very explosive and combative, conflicting energy that we have, and you can kind of see it on the world stage right now. So do keep in mind that there are just more like explosive events that are predicted astrologically to be happening increasingly as we go forward within this year, okay? And this is almost like the start of a new year, so just get ready, all right? So the spring equinox is on March 20th, and it's really a time, it's a fresh energy. This is like when the daylight and then the daytime and the nighttime are in exact harmony. The times are just about equal. And this really symbolizes just balance and harmony and new beginnings in that sense, right? Spiritually, it's really a powerful time for us to really set our intentions for really what we want on a material level in our external world, right? And also like internally. So trying to create a fine and a good balance between our inner and outer world. And it really just reminds us of what we need to be like focused on nourishing the next coming months, all right? Is just keeping in, it's like that shedding of the heaviness of winter is gone, and now the lighter, more jovial days of spring, even the flora and fauna is coming back, and it's a beautiful time, all right? So, and this also indicates a lot of new starts here. Many cultures all around the world do coincidentally celebrate their New Year's during this time, okay? So it's not in January 1st, it is the beginning of spring, okay? And that is a cultural, I won't call it phenomenon, it's a cultural reality all over the world. So Happy New Year. So to all of my Geminis who are going to be experiencing the spring equinox, let's go ahead and get into your reading and see what is in store for you that I can pick up for you on an intuitive level. We're using the Neoteric Feminine Tarot to pull your messages. Let's go ahead and set the intention, dear Gemini. This is for you. If you have Gemini and is in your sun, your moon, or your rising, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity, and that you're able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life, always and only for your highest good. All right, now with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. We are first looking for you, Gemini, what is the energy of this particular spring equinox for you? What is the energy of this spring equinox for our dear Geminis? Show me the energy of spring equinox for Gemini. You've got the World. You're definitely, I feel that you were in completion of a chapter here. Okay. This is definitely the end of something. A lot of you are stepping into, this is something that you've completed a goal or a mission or chapter that you're done with. And it's just like a finality. So you're just feeling like very whole or full at this time and really ready for what's to come next. Okay. It's almost like you're completing the end of a project or, completing a job. You've got 5 of wands, so there could have been a lot of competition around you, a lot of cooks in the kitchen, right? When I think about that 5 of wands, right? But that 5 of wands also talks about just like rivalry, like a lot of challenges, a lot of people duking it out, right? Like this could be competition at the job, or like if you've needed to compete maybe with other businesses, for contracts, right? All of these things talk about needing to have like a combative spirit in order to get to that next level. Okay. And then you've got the Knight of Pentacles, which talks about being practical. So the energy here, it's about, I'm feeling that there is a finality. If we're looking at all of these, and I feel like they all kind of come in a row. So this is the first one, like you're coming into the end of a chapter, perhaps after having battled, through, maybe you've had to compete, maybe you've had to show your worth. Okay. That's the energy of this equinox for you. And the way that you do that is by being very diligent, being very practical. Do not get caught up out of character. Just be very committed to what you're doing at this particular time, right? Because the Knight of Pentacles is honestly a very, like, it's being very reliable, it's being patient, and just making sure that your work speaks for itself, okay? So with that energy, so I'm really seeing you being very practical, but you coming to the end of something and needing to really show out, Gemini. You're being very competitive at this time. So let's see something that's waking up inside of you at this time. This is for Gemini. What is waking up inside of Gemini at this time? What is waking up? Okay. You've got the 7 of wands. I do feel like you were very protective. You're just understanding when to hold back on certain things. You're not sharing everything as openly or freely as you should have. You're working in silence. You're being a little bit more protective of your energy. You're defending yourself if you need to. Okay. This could really look like, honestly, like I feel like this is very much related to this 5 of wands energy, where there could have been like just a lot of combative, a lot of competition around you. And so I feel like what's waking up inside of you, like you're learning to be a formidable opponent by holding back and holding this very protective stance here. Okay. Let's see what this is in regards to. Yeah, it's definitely like you're defending your territory, defending yourself, defending your family. There's something significant about that here, Gemini. And you've got the Ace of Swords. So this is definitely something new here. This is a new idea, a new thought, a new way of communicating, and that's coming up inside of you. The way that you've communicated in the past are no longer going to get you the results that you wish to have. This is a new world. This is, your scenarios are very new right now. Perhaps after some tense relationships or some tense communications, you've been awakened to a new way of being able to communicate with people. And maybe this is where this protectiveness has come from. Like you're not showing all of your cards to people anymore, right? You're holding the cards very close to yourself. And it's like a new strategy that I feel. Okay. You're not being as open as you have been before. Let's get one more. Yes, absolutely. I feel like it's been very isolating though. There's been a lot of nervous energies. Things have not, like, it's not something that makes you feel great. You do feel like there's a lot of anxiety here, maybe even a little bit depression. Okay. So was waking up inside of you. This inability, I would say, to really let people in and to be more in the defensive mode as the strategy that you've chosen to take. And it's something new that you've never really experimented with this before, but it's just something that you've got to do. And it honestly makes you a little bit nervous. It's not something that you really like doing. You do have this gift in you where like you like to talk, Gemini. We know that. Geminis love to talk. Geminis love to sometimes maybe like reveal a little bit too much of their plan before they should. And this is something that I think you are working with learning, but at the same time, it's causing you a lot of pain and a lot of grief to be able to hold back, right? You don't want to be in this position of having to be so self-protective. You don't want to be so defensive. You really, really don't. But it's a strategy, is what you've got to do with this particular time. And I think you've got to do it because if you really want to move on to this new chapter, you've got to be able to wholly close things out and reduce or eliminate the competitors or whatever is around you that's like stopping you from becoming whole or at peace at this time. All right. And the only way you're going to do that is really by being your dedicated, practical self and ensuring that, you wake up and continue to do the things you're supposed to do. All right. So, what opportunities are ahead of you at this time, Gemini? Show me opportunities ahead. So you've got the Five of Cups. I'm seeing like there could be some grief around you. If it's not, maybe if I'm mourning, perhaps. I don't know if there's been a loss in your family or friend group or something. Because I'm seeing like Five of Cups really talks about either grieving or really just like an extreme disappointment at this time, and feeling like a bit gloomy, feeling a little lost, feeling a bit disappointed or depressed, or just feeling like people around you are just letting you down, right? And so I feel like the opportunities, the opportunities are not there because you're not trusting the same people you've been able to trust before. Let's see. All right, you've got the Strength. Okay. And the Strength is really just understanding that just because people are letting you down, and you've thought previously, because you are ruled by Mercury, you're very mercurial, and you do kind of do rely on community more so than a lot of other signs. So it's very possible that you're really coming up on this understanding and this realization that you're the same allies that you've had just don't exist anymore. Maybe the same allies you've had have turned into enemies, silent, hidden, and or overt and obvious. And so this is really like asking you to kind of like step out on your own and have the courage and the self-love within you, um, to be able to do it out on your own if you need to. Okay. Because I do see that perhaps there's something that you need to keep more in balance within your life, because you've got this Temperance, right? And when we do have the Temperance, it really talks about a need to be patient, a need to have a lot of self-control, a need for moderation in your life, okay? So I think you've already been kind of doing that with holding back and being a little bit more defensive in your stance when it comes to how you relate to other people. And you're putting on that brave face, right? So remember with this Strength card, you're putting on this brave face, and instead of like fighting fire with fire, I feel like you're deciding to, I don't know, kill them with kindness, because the Six of Pentacles talks about you being very open, very like generous, right? When it comes to like your resources, but not when it comes to your energy, if that makes sense. So if you have it, like you're still like a giver to people, but I just don't think that, I just feel like you're just a little bit disappointed with how things have been going about in your life, right? Whatever this grand closing is, I just don't feel that it's been something that's been a little bit emotionally draining for you, and you're just kind of over it. So our final question is, how can you allow light to come into your life? How can you allow light to come into your life? How can Gemini allow light? So you've got the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, there's something here, maybe an inheritance that's coming towards you, or just like money or resources, or there's something here where I feel like you're really being able to be either like gifted, or you're receiving some type of like financial success or abundance here, maybe even a gift, so to speak. Okay. A gift of stability. I see that kind of happening, or family being really important at this time, allowing your family to kind of show up for you. All right. And you've got the Sun. So this is like, the Sun is literally light, right? The Sun is about having success, being very optimistic about where you are right now, and just experiencing that joy, that happiness, right? That's yours. And that light comes into your life when you are able to kind of like, I'm just feeling like there is definitely a financial reward that comes by. And when it comes, it just like really makes you happy, and it solves a lot of your problems. Okay. Yeah. And then you've got the Knight of Cups. Now, suddenly, Knights are always action takers, and Cups are emotions. You're finally able I feel that when you do receive this financial success, I don't think that it's here yet, but I do think that it's coming in this season. And when you do, it's just going to put you back on track with being a lot more emotionally open, and you're feeling more like yourself again after this gift or this things get right with your resources. And I do feel as a result of that, you're closing out a difficult time. You're closing out a time of conflict with these enemies, hidden, like I said, and or overt, that are coming out, and there's like it's just a little bit tense for some time before things do open up, and there is, I feel like, an opening of a financial gift in some sort, or your resources just get a little bit better. Not sure when this happens. It's coming up in spring equinox, so this is kind of like the energy that you're undergoing around this time. All right, starts off a little tough but ends up with you being all right. Okay, well, that's what I got for you, dear Gemini. My name is Tifa. I do tarot. If you like the way that I do tarot, please consider booking me for a reading. You can find more information in the links below about the services that I do provide. I love you, Gemini, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.